Good evening and welcome to World News. To 4H. We begin tonight's program with a developing story that's making headlines around the globe. Earlier this morning, in Middle Eastern time, the United States Air Force launched a series of airstrikes, targeting key Iranian military sites. Most notably, this operation saw the large-scale deployment of B-2 Spirit stealth bombers, one of the most advanced and lethal aircrafts in modern warfare. This marks a significant escalation in the already fragile relationship between the US and Iran. According to reports from the US Department of Defense and major media outlets such as CNN, Al Jazeera and Reuters, the airstrikes began around 2:45 a.m. local time. The B-2 bombers reportedly took off from Diego Garcia Air Base in the Indian Ocean, supported by F-22 fighter jets and KC-135 refueling aircraft. Targets included long-range missile depots in Kermanshah province, a precision weapons research facility in Isfahan, and a Quds Force Command and Communications Center, the elite Special Operations branch of Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps. The Pentagon stated that this operation was intended as a deterrent following accusations that Iran was behind a series of drone and missile attacks on US military bases in Syria and Jordan. The B-2 Spirit is a fifth-generation strategic stealth bomber, designed to penetrate dense enemy air defenses and conduct precision strikes, with the capability to carry 16 B-61 or B-83 nuclear bombs, or up to 80 JMGPS-guided bombs. The B-2 can neutralize an entire military infrastructure in a single strike. However, its operational cost is steep, over $150,000 per flight hour. The deployment of multiple B-2 bombers indicates Washington's serious intent and the gravity of this military action. Iran responded swiftly. A spokesperson for the Iranian Ministry of Foreign Affairs issued a strong statement. "This is a deliberate act of aggression, a blatant violation of our sovereignty. Iran reserves the right to respond forcefully and will not stand idly by." The Revolutionary Guard has been placed on high alert nationwide. Air defense systems, including the Russian-made S-300 and Iran's domestically produced Bavar 373, were deployed in major cities. Iranian media broadcast images of mass protests in Tehran, where thousands gathered to burn American flags and call for immediate retaliation. Secretary General Antonio Guterres expressed deep concern and called an emergency session of the UN Security Council to address the situation. Across Europe, France and Germany voiced alarm and demanded the US explain its unilateral action. Russia and China issued strong condemnations, calling the strike a provocation and a violation of international law. Meanwhile, Israel, Poland, and some NATO allies backed the US, citing the need to neutralize Iranian threats and preserve regional stability. Following the strikes, Brent crude oil surged to $98 per barrel, the highest since early this year. Global stock markets reacted sharply, with the Dow Jones dropping nearly 400 points in early trading. Major airlines such as Emirates and Qatar Airways diverted flights to avoid Iranian airspace, disrupting global supply chains. Military analysts warn that this attack may trigger localized proxy conflicts in hotspots like Iraq, Syria, or Lebanon, a prolonged confrontation under the form of asymmetric warfare, or worse, a large-scale war between the US and Iran, a scenario the international community desperately hopes to avoid. This American strike was not just a military move, it was a bold political message. Washington is demonstrating its readiness to use force to defend its interests and allies in the Middle East. However, this comes with a cost, the real possibility of further destabilizing an already volatile region, and threatening a fragile global economy still recovering from previous disruptions. We will continue to monitor the situation and bring you updates in our next bulletins. Thank you for watching World News to 4H. Stay with us to stay informed on breaking developments from around the world. Until next time, good night and take care.